Some words do more than just pass through her ears, they touch her heart in ways few can reach. Others don't just make her smile or blush, they make her weak in the knees, shaking her from the inside out. These words don't obey logic or reason, they bypass her mental defenses, slip quietly past the walls she's built, and settle deep in places she guards closely, places she doesn't let just anyone see or touch. Most men don't understand this. They play it safe. They keep their words shallow and surface level, sticking to compliments that sound nice but leave no lasting mark. But if you truly want to make her remember you, not just for a fleeting moment, but for days, weeks, and even years after you're gone, you need to speak a language that shakes her to her core, a language that resonates so deeply she feels it in a place she can't even explain, and probably won't admit to anyone, but will carry with her forever. Today, I'm going to give you exactly that, the 3 forbidden phrases that make a woman feel something real, something unforgettable. The first phrase is simple, but devastatingly powerful. You're the one place I feel at home. Now, this isn't just a romantic line you toss around to sound sweet. No, it's far more than that. When you look into her eyes, lower your voice just enough to make these words feel like a secret shared only between the two of you, and say, "You're the one place I feel at home." It's like a key unlocking every door she's been guarding. It doesn't just brush against her heart, it cuts straight through every layer of emotional armor she wears. Why? Because you're not just giving her a compliment. You're giving her an emotional role, a sacred space in your life where she becomes more than just someone you admire or desire. You're elevating her beyond every woman she's ever known or compared herself to. This isn't about saying, "You're beautiful" or "You're amazing," things she's probably heard 100 times. This is about telling her that she is your sanctuary. You are saying, "You are my safe place in a restless world. You are the one spot on this entire planet where my soul can finally breathe and let go." Do you realize how rare and profound that is for her to hear? Here's something most men don't understand. Women don't want to be wanted, they want to be felt. They want to be more than just an object of desire or a fleeting thought. They want to be the answer to questions you can't even put into words. They want to be the person who softens the hardened parts of you, the parts the world has beaten down and left cracked and cold. They want to be seen as more than just someone you like or someone who looks good. They want to be the place where your heart finally finds peace. That's the kind of connection that lasts. And when you speak to her like that, when you say things that give her that place in your life, you don't just get her attention, you get her soul. And trust me, that's something she'll never forget. They want to feel like a haven, a refuge, from the chaos and noise of the world, and that's exactly what this phrase gives them. Think about the weight of those words. You're the one place I feel at home. It's not about material things. It's not transactional. It's not about what she does for you or how she makes your life easier. It's about who she is to you, pure and simple. You've stripped away the performances, the games, the pretenses, and you're admitting something real and vulnerable, that in her presence you can finally let go of the mask you wear for everyone else. And trust me, when a woman feels like she's the only one who truly sees the unfiltered, raw version of you, that's when she falls hard. Because in that moment, you've made her more than just a romantic interest. You've made her irreplaceable. You've made her the one person who holds a sacred space in your life that no one else can touch. That alone is enough to ignite something deep and lasting. Now, here's where this phrase gets even more powerful. When you say this to her, it creates a dual effect inside her. First, it softens her completely. She feels emotionally safe, like she matters for more than just her looks or the thrill of the chase. She feels like she's entered a sacred space in your world where she's truly seen and valued for all that she is. It's a feeling that goes beyond the surface, beyond physical attraction, beyond fleeting moments. She feels rooted in something real. Second, it awakens her desire. It charges it with purpose. Because now she doesn't just want to hold that place in your life. She wants to deepen it. She wants to be the woman who continually gives you that sense of belonging, that sense of put peace, over and over again. She wants to live up to the role you've given her because it means more than words. It means connection, trust, and love. This is why how you say it matters just as much as what you say. You don't just blurt it out casually over a text message. You don't throw it out during some meaningless small talk. You say it when the energy between you is still heavy with tension, when the moment is ripe with unspoken feelings. Maybe it's after a long conversation where she's shared something vulnerable and real. Maybe it's when you're sitting quietly next to each other and she's wondering what's on your mind. That's the moment you turn to her, hold her, gaze just long enough for her breath to catch, let the words fall like a secret meant only for her ears. You're the one place I feel at home. It hits her like a wave, washing over her in a way nothing else can. And here's the beautiful part: you replay those words over and over in her mind long after you've spoken them. They'll linger with her, wrapping around her heart, reminding her of the unique and irreplaceable place she holds in your life. This is not just about romance, it's about connection. It's about making her feel seen, valued, and deeply wanted, in a way that lasts days later, weeks later. That sentence will echo in her mind at random times. It's more than just words, it's a memory trigger. Every time she thinks of it, she won't just remember what you said. She'll remember how you made her feel in that moment when those words landed. And that feeling, that deep, emotional connection, is what keeps her hooked, what makes her crave you long after the conversation ends. Real quick, before we dive even deeper, I've got something powerful for you. It's a free ebook called The Attraction Handbook. Inside, you'll learn how to make her crave you using just a few simple psychological moves most men don't even know exist. It's free for now, so make sure you grab it in the description or the pinned comment below. Trust me, it's a game changer. Now, let's move to the second phrase, one that belongs in the category of words that shake a woman to her core. I don't want perfect, I want you. These words aren't just nice to hear, they're revolutionary. When you look at her and say this, you shatter one of the deepest insecurities most women carry, the pressure to be perfect. You're telling her she doesn't have to be flawless to be worthy of your attention. She doesn't need to always say the right thing, look a certain way, or fit into some unrealistic ideal. You're saying, plain and simple, that she can just be herself. And that's where the real magic happens. Because here's the truth, even the most confident woman wrestles with silent doubts. She wonders if she's enough. She compares herself to others and fears that if someone saw her raw, unfiltered self, the one who cries at night, messes up and feels like a mess, she'd be rejected. But when you say, I don't want perfect, I want you, you tell her she's seen completely and entirely. You're not interested in an idealized version of her. You want the real her, the flaws, the quirks, the beautiful, messy truth beneath the filters and the masks. And when a woman feels that kind of acceptance, she melts. What most men don't realize is that this phrase doesn't just make her feel safe, it makes her desire you on a deeper level. Why? Because it flips the script. You've taken the pressure off her to be perfect and put it on yourself to accept her fully. You want to see the side of her most people never get to, the raw, messy, beautiful human side. This creates an intoxicating emotional intimacy. She starts opening up, sharing more, unlocking doors that were once closed. And once she knows you won't flinch when she reveals her flaws, she'll crave your presence even more because you've become something rare. A man who can hold space for all of her. But here's where the real power lies. This phrase gives her freedom. Freedom to drop the act, to stop worrying about always being on, and freedom to know that she doesn't have to earn your love or approval, because in your presence she's already enough. And that freedom doesn't lead to complacency, it makes her fall harder because you're not like the others. You're not looking for the perfect image or polished self. You're drawn to her messy, unguarded version, the one she hides from the world. And that creates a connection so powerful and deeply rooted that she won't be able to stop thinking about you. It's seductive, but not in the way most people think. It's not about physical intimacy. It's about emotional nakedness, the kind that binds her to you in ways she can't even fully understand. Now, the third phrase, you make me want to risk everything. There are words that flirt, words that charm, and then there are words that unravel a woman from the inside out. This phrase lives in that last category. When you say, you make me want to risk everything, you're not just complimenting her, you're exposing yourself. You're admitting something dangerous, forbidden, and deeply human, that she pulls you toward her in a way that defies logic, safety, and even your own self-preservation. This isn't a line to toss around lightly. It carries weight. It says, I know who I am, I know what I stand for, but you make me willing to step outside every line I've drawn for myself. It tells her she's not just another woman in your life, she's the exception. The one who makes you reconsider everything you thought you'd never bend on. Why does this phrase land so hard? Because every woman dreams of being that for someone. She dreams of being the one who disarms, the man who swore he couldn't be disarmed, the one who makes a strong man vulnerable, the one who turns the unshakable into the shaken. When you tell her, you make me want to risk everything, you're telling her she has that power over you, that she makes you feel alive in a way worth the uncertainty, the danger, even the heartbreak. And that's intoxicating. This phrase also lights a fire in her because it hints at stakes. It implies that being with her isn't easy, that she's not just a choice you made on a whim. She comes with risks, maybe emotional, maybe social, maybe even moral. Yet, here you are, willingly leaning into those risks. It makes her feel powerful, desired, irresistible, like she holds a gravitational pull over you that no one else has. And here's where it gets even more seductive. This phrase creates intimacy through vulnerability. Men often think strength means being untouchable, but the truth is, the strongest men are the ones who can look a woman in the eye and say, "You move me, you change me, you terrify me, and I still want you." That's the paradox. Vulnerability in a man, when done with confidence, doesn't make him weak, it makes him unforgettable. If you've ever said something to a woman that made her look at you differently, drop a comment below. She felt it. Let's see how many men have spoken words that left a mark.